Gar thefts? Yeah, there'd been a few over at Erdlan Galaun's Gar farm. He'd be the man to ask.
I am never too busy for a good talk.
Ah, yes. A few of my Gar were taken just last night. I haven't been able to work out where the bastard's coming from, but apparently one of the slaves up at Oraloo Plantation saw lights to the east of here, at the base of the cliff at Egondo Point. Myself, I'm not going anywhere near that Daedra-infested place. Who knows if the light was something more sinister than a Gar thief? You look like the adventurous type, though, so if you're looking to bring him in, that's where I'd start looking. The Oraloo Plantation produces cork bulb and saltreese. It's not far from here, just behind the Elendu Plantation. Head east out of town and keep going east at the crossroads.
Go ahead.
You got the fetcher. Good work. Here, take some hackalow. You've earned it.
Masera.
Have you been able to remove the guard? So, you've killed the Gar thief? Excellent. Now just report your success to the Gar.
What are you doing here, Outlander? Ashamul isn't a place for tourists. Whatever your business here is, it'd better be compliant with Telvanni customs and Imperial law. Do you have information regarding the thefts? I see. And this note? So he was selling the stolen meat to some inn in Firewatch. Pa, those foolish Imperials will eat anything. Very well, I believe this case is closed. Thank you for your assistance. Hopefully I can get back to my proper duties in Ruhn soon.
Have you been able to remove the guard? So the guard is going to be relocated. Excellent work. Life can return to normal for me from now on. Here, take some gold for your efforts. Well, seeing as you helped me remove the guard, sure, you can have one for free. How generous is that? I'll bring him out to your man when you send him down.
Have you been able to hire a pack Gar? You have hired a Gar. Excellent work. I believe you still have yet to make arrangements with Galdassi Thendas, though.
What do you want of me? You say Master Mithras has a proposition for me. To increase my standing among thieves. Well, how could I refuse? Very well, I shall meet him in a few days' time.
Have you been able to hire a pack Gar? You have spoken with Galdassi. Excellent work. I believe you still have yet to finalize arrangements regarding that Gar, though. Remember to tell Mirisan Varan if you have been able to hire one. I hear Master Mithras asked you to hire a pack. You have hired the Gar. Excellent work. I shall send a man down to load it and begin the process of taking the ebony to Port Telvannis very soon. For now, take this payment. Have you been able to hire a pack Gar? You have hired a Gar and made my proposition to Galdassi Thendas. Good work. Things should be moving smoothly from now on. Next, I believe we must make a bid to expose a possible traitor. I want you to compare the official ledgers at Port Telvannis with the records kept here. Yes, while you were dealing with the Gar, a few of our disgruntled miners came and told me of their theory that Mirisan Varan and Azariah Thelas were behind the ebony crisis and had been stealing ebony from the stockpiles. I was surprised it had not occurred to me sooner, so now I seek to acquire any proof of such misdemeanors. Every month or two, an official from Port Telvannis comes and makes a record of how much ebony we are producing. I want you to go to Port Telvannis and request the official ledgers from Vero Raynon. I am sure the Parliament will not disallow this. You should then bring the ledgers here and compare them with the figures recorded by Azariah Thelas as being in the stockpile. Azariah is the one who records the ebony in the stockpile, where Mirisan records the amount being removed from the mine. For this reason, we can go straight to Azariah to see if any has been stolen. If Azariah's record shows more ebony than the Port Telvannis one, then we know that Azariah and Mirisan could well have stolen the excess and had Azariah cover it up by pretending all is the same in the stocks as it was when Mirisan recorded it being taken from the mines. Then we may take action. You require the official ledgers of the ebony stockpiles at Ruhn. Ah, the joy of paperwork. Very well, give me a few hours, and you shall hold those very documents in your hands. Standard Parliament procedures apply, I am afraid to say. You will have to leave for the duration of the proceedings. Ah, you are late. Regardless, I believe these are the documents you required. Now, is there any other way I can be of service? Have you received the official ledgers? You have the ledgers. Excellent. Now just compare them to what Azariah has written. He keeps his copy of the ledgers in his house.
Please join me.
Have you received the official ledger? So, Azariah's ledgers concurred with those of the Port Telvannis official. Damn, I knew it wouldn't be so easy. Still, if this is one of Mistress Rathra's little plots, I doubt she would leave such an obvious lead out in the open. I still sense treachery in this. Very well, allow me 3 days to get my thoughts together, and to finish up a plan I set in motion a little while ago. Return in 3 days, and we shall be nearing the truth of the matter. Very well. Let us begin to end the problems here in Ruhn. I have done some research of my own, and am now convinced that Azariah is the traitor. However, we have yet to prove it. Absolutely. Ever since the beginning I have had my suspicions, but have lacked the means to prove them. Your work, however, has taken some of the pressure off me, and allowed me to do my own research. I had suspected there was the possibility of truth in the miner's theory that Azariah and Mirison were behind the theft of ebony from the mines. So, I had someone investigate the backgrounds of both men. Mirison had worked previously for another Telvanni noble as a guard. As a guard, he had been commended for his honesty and sense of duty. I cannot believe that he would turn on me. As for Azariah, he had a very murky background, and I could find nothing of his history before he settled in Ruhn. With this, I feel it is obvious that Azariah is the traitor. However, before we can move against him, we must find solid proof of his guilt, or the Parliament will not accept any action we take. Ah, yes. However, in this specific case, the death of Azariah will be a blow to our economy, especially if Azariah is not truly the culprit. And the Parliament will not see this valuable source of income damaged any more than it is now without proof. So we need to catch Azariah red-handed. My friend, the word's already on the streets. Haven't you heard the rumors? Have you been able to prove that Azariah is the traitor? Ah, everything's going according to plan. I only hope we don't fail the master. Go on, it's your turn now. Oh, Mithras hasn't told you, has he? Well, I'm the only guard who knows the plan, so I suppose he might not have told you. Okay, well, he arranged for me to remove some crates of ebony from the stockpile, and then blame the theft on Galdassi. Now the whole town wants to know how much she stole. And here's the master stroke. You can now demand to see Azariah's ledgers to see how much she stole. Of course, if Azariah's been faking the ledgers, it won't show any decrease. Then we've got him. So, go on.
Go ahead.
Oh, wow. Yes. What is it that you need? Ah, yes. About those. They were just recently requested at the mine office for filing. I'm afraid you'll need to go there to get them. So, you'd best be going, yes? Get out of here. I'm an accountant. I wouldn't know anything about being funny. Now, shouldn't you be at the mine offices? How did that brat do this? I didn't spot a single shadow all this time. I'll kill her. Did Azariah stop by with the mining ledgers? Well, he rushed in here a little while ago and dashed into the bunkhouse. He certainly didn't leave the ledgers with me. As for my ledger, it's right there on the table. Have you been able to prove that Azariah is the traitor? So the ledgers were indeed identical. I suspected as much. Now we must move against Azariah. Go find him and bring him before me for a much-delayed interrogation. Have you been able to prove that Azariah... So we were able to prove his guilt through the identical ledgers, but that fetcher has escaped? Damn. I demand to know how our guards were able to miss this. Go and speak with Symeth. He was tasked with watching Azariah's house, and must surely have seen Azariah break his cover. Back to keep me company? I appreciate it. Just don't let Natalia spot you. He what? That fetcher? I was watching his house like a hawk. There is no possible way he could have escaped without my notice. Now we'll have quite a job chasing him down. I apologize to both you and Master Mithras. Have you been able to prove that Azariah is the traitor? So we were able to prove his guilt through the identical ledgers, but that fetcher has escaped? Damn. We need to find him and bring an end to this affair. In the meantime, I will have the stockpiles carefully recounted to see how much ebony Azariah actually managed to steal. I should have done this much earlier, but I had always been too removed from the mining process. Despite my dislike of Azariah's character, I had never believed him to be capable of such treachery. A grave mistake on my part. If Symeth's right and he is teleported out of there, then it will be an awfully hard job to locate him. But I cannot just give up this easily. Perhaps fate will favor us. There might be some clue to his base of operations at his house. Go, search Azariah's house, and should you find any clues, return here and inform me. What? Azariah hadn't escaped via teleportation, but through some kind of tunnel in his basement? But he can't possibly go anywhere. Ruhn is built on a solid plateau, except for the catacombs. Aye, and what a fool I was to not consider this. You see, when Ruhn was first built, it had an extensive system of catacombs built beneath it. However, a while into my tenure as master, it became infested with hostile undead, and I was forced to seal it forever. But if he was determined enough, a Mur could quite possibly dig down into it. And this surely is what Azariah has done, presumably with accomplices. This plot thickens, and I sense Rathra's touch here. You must enter the catacombs and end this once and for all. I suspect that Azariah is just a pawn in a bigger scheme, and you may face fearsome opposition in the depths of the catacombs. Instruct Symeth to come with you and lend his skills to ensure victory. And take this, an enchanted ward gifted to me by the father of Natalia Radasar. It will lend you protection and insight. Now hurry. Azariah may well inform his master that the game is up. Thankfully, their choice of the catacombs as a base is something we can turn to our advantage. There is, after all, only one way out. Master Mithras wants you to go into the catacombs. He is right that I should go with you. This will likely be a dangerous endeavor, to say the least. Shall we travel together now? Shall we go? Good. Now let's finish this plot. And now Mithra's servants are in my very headquarters. You incompetent fool, Azariah. I knew I should never have trusted you with something so vital. You have made your last mistake.
You Inma.
And you, who are you, servant of Mithras?
Who am I? Who am I?
I am Talara's Medravan, favored servant of Mistress Rathra, and soon to be master of Ruhn. I was expelled from House Telvanni because I was too powerful, but Rathra saw my potential and took me in. She instructed me to undermine Mithras' position here, and so I have. Your insolence is astounding. You fail to understand. It is only a matter of time before Ruhn's failing economy sees Mithras expelled from the Parliament. And then Rathra will see to it that I take his place. But I have said too much, and now you die. Boris, finish him. Not so fast, traitors. I suspected Rathra's hand here, and I was right. I heard everything, Talaris. You cannot escape justice now. Your plan has failed. I'm done talking, and now I'll make you pay. The Telvanni way. Symeth to me. Let's end this.
Die, Fletcher! You Inma. You will suffer. There is no escape.
We have done it. The plot to unravel Raynon Ruhn has been ended. I could not have done it without you. I am in your debt. Feel free to take whatever loot you wish from this cursed place. It is yours. I will return to Raynon now, but when you return there, speak to me and I shall grant you a more fitting reward. Simith, it might be wise if you stayed here and ensured that no traitors are left hiding. I shall see you both soon. So you return from our victory in the catacombs. Quite a successful mission. Now that my position here is secure, things are looking up for Raynon Ruhn. As for Rathra, perhaps her time will come, but you performed admirably, and saved not only the town, but also my reputation as a Telvanni master. If ever you need any help from me in the future, you have but to ask. For now, take this as a sign of my gratitude. And I believe we can achieve great things together. I can tell that your ambitions don't end here. No, in fact, I'm quite sure that you were born to lead. Speak to me once you're ready to shake the Parliament of Bogs from the ground up. But first, you have to start cleaning the house over at Vardenfell. Gothren has been holding House Telvanni back for far too long, and I know for sure that Master Arian shares the same opinion. A decent man, unlike most of the other Telvanni councillors. You can find him at Telvos on Vardenfell, just across the sea from Firewatch.